Hey guys, kinggath here, and welcome to episode 11 of my Forever Let's Play. That's right, there's no interruption. Thanks to you guys in the community. A special thanks to Galdevant and Scavenger Luke, who between the two of them, I think we can keep the channel moving on pace as we were. So hopefully minimal interruption in the video timeline here, though I'm not positive yet, so I don't know when this is actually going out. But I did pick right up where we left off, so you can see I'm fully suited in power armor. And I got a couple of new mods I installed. I didn't have time over the last few days to go through all of the suggestions you guys made. I did pick up a couple of new mods, though. I've got Raider Boy, which is a Pip-Boy skin, which I'm not in love with. If any of you has a good Raider skin in mind for a Pip-Boy, I would love an alternative option. But this was suggested by Brian Welsh. It's fairly well done, but there are a few issues I have with it, and mostly it's immersion. Like it has a little, and in fact, let me just pop out of my... if I can remember how to pop out of power. Oops, what did I just use? I just used some sort of something. All right, let's pop this open. So my biggest issue with it is really the and I got to turn toward the sun so you guys can see it. That dubstep sticker in the corner. Super unimmersive. There was no dubstep in Fallout Timeline. So I'm looking for an alternate Raider Pip-Boy scan, because otherwise I like it. That one sticker just drives me nuts that I see that over and over again. And then the other mod I installed is Pet Call Feed Dog Meat, suggested by Bookfound. Bookfound, you have got my number. I've installed almost every mod you've suggested. But I will be installing more for next time. I'm definitely getting down to the point where a lot of them that are left on my list that you guys have suggested are just going to be incompatible with this playthrough for one reason or another, or are... just something I don't want for one reason or another. I will try and find some time soon to go through and move all of them to an appropriate rejected spot, or maybe for next playthrough type of thing, so that you guys know what stuff is not going to be installed this playthrough. But definitely continue to make those suggestions. I love seeing everything you guys are suggesting. Even if I'm not going to use it, it's nice to have a list of all the great mods out there so that I can go through and take a look at them as I've got time. All right, so we have got a boatload of raiders. So we've got 23 guys at Outpost Samoja. And it occurred to me that with the new mechanics that were introduced in the War Games patch, Outpost Samoja is not really going to work as our HQ. So we're going to need to find a new one. We need something with a little more space so we can cram some 2x2 plots into it. We're not going to abandon this place completely, but we're definitely going to... treat it more as a secondary outpost, and maybe we'll figure out how to upgrade the city plan in a different playthrough. So originally the plan was I wanted to show you guys this city plan come to fruition, but it's going to be difficult to do if it's not going to be our main base that we're messing with. So we are going to
there's something I should be
no,
doing
you're
wrong?
good, bud. You go ahead and do what you're going to do. But yeah, the new 4.05 patch introduces the new plot types, which alter your raiders in some way. So the armory, the mess hall, and the field hospital, and we definitely want to be using those. So what we're going to do, wow, we've got 34 guys on our in our gang now across all of our settlements. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a new settlement. That's going to be our new headquarters, and we're going to attack it and take it over. So I don't know if any of these are going to work. We may have to go do some scouting still. But, and actually, you know what? I think what might work better is if we just move to Starlight. That one's nice and big. It's got lots of room. It's already at level 2. And we can do that through talking to Jammer here. Actually, we can also do it through the desk, which I don't think I've shown you guys here. But I like going through Jammer just because he's always got fun dialogue to talk about.
Damn, boss. This Travis guy on the radio is a total puss. Tunes aren't bad, but shit. This guy's practically begging to have his ass kicked. What's the play, boss?
All right.
Why do we need this place again?
What? You don't like these dicks? If you got a better place in mind for setting up shop, I'm listening.
So you can do this through Jammer if you're playing Raiders, or if you're not, or even if you are playing with Jammer, with the Raiders, you can use the map on the city planner's or on the war planner's desk, and you can do the same thing. You'll get this menu to change which one is your headquarters. And the reason to have a specific headquarters is that when you are setting up attacks, it will try and pull from your HQ first. So that's an easy way you can kind of have control over who's going to go on your raids if you make sure, and without having to worry about, for example, every single person being geared up. You can just gear up all the guys at your HQ, and then you'll know that those will be the first ones into battle.
You should pay the raid board a visit. The crew is going to
That
want to
last
know what
one
your
died
plans
too
are for this
fast.
place once we relocate.
Losing my touch.
Tear it down, leave a skeleton crew, whatever.
All right, so basically what he's telling you is what I just said. You can use the outpost map, and you can use it to abandon settlements that are outposts or convert them back to normal settlements, etc. We're good, though. We just wanted to convert that over. So now we can bop over to Starlight, and we'll pick our next attack target. And actually, we're probably going to go over there and build all of these buildings. This week's add-on pack is Sirlock's Intimate Spaces. This thing is full of a bunch of interior plots that are designed to take up just a tiny amount of room. Most of them take up just the 1x1 floor space so that you can cram them into those smaller rooms in, say, houses in Sanctuary, or you can fill up extra plots by overlapping them over top of each other in some of the smaller settlements such as Hangman's Alley. So these are great if you want to cram a whole bunch of settlers into a real small space, but you're not willing to switch over to vanilla beds and you want to keep using Sim Settlements content exclusively. This is a great way to do that. So check out Sirlock's Intimate Spaces. All right, so I guess the first thing we need to do is get Starlight set up to be a proper HQ. So first thing we're going to do, this is something I didn't think about until I got here, but our raiders with their funky arms, our cyber arms, they're going to have to be sent elsewhere. And that's because the way the armory works, it's going to end up unassigning their arms, and we don't want that. We don't want to lose their arms. So you're gonna go to a different settlement. We're gonna send you. Yeah, you can go work in Oberland. Where's your buddy? I know we got another one-armed man. Here he is. Hey, buddy, how do I get into your? All right, and then you are gonna go to Oberland as well. And I'll off camera go back to Zamonia and send a bunch of guys here. But first, we wanna build up ourselves some of these new plots. So let's see, we can turn this one into the, oh, hey, we don't like radios here. Let's get us in trouble. All right, whoops, didn't mean to do that. We need to switch this guy, so we're gonna change this over to our mess hall. Let's see, CQ mess hall, there we go. So the mess hall will give food buffs, so basically random chance at different resistances or increased melee damage. We basically used all of the vanilla food buffs that are available, and it randomly chooses between them, and the buff gets more powerful the higher level this is. So that's one. And then the other two are 2x2 martial, and I don't think there are any of those in this plan, so I think we're going to build a couple of those. So let's, and we're going to try and find spots where they're likely not going to be in the city plan, because the city plan does still have one more level and probably has more stuff that can be built once we get a few more guys in here. So I want to assume that that plots end up on these. So we're going to just plop this stuff down right in the middle, and if it gets covered up, we'll deal with that later. So let's see, we need a 2x2. We're gonna need a pair of them. So we're gonna put we'll put our armory. I guess we'll stick it over here, kind of by the water. And we need a field hospital. So let's keep the field hospital away from the dirty, nasty water, and I guess also away from our industrial sector over there. We'll put it over right here by the screen. Why not? All right, our little hospital can live right here. All right, now we need to select those building plans. All right, so we said this one's going to be our armory, so that should be CQ Armory. There we go. And the armory will start equipping our guys. So it may... Now, if you are playing with the... Hey, look, there's the mess hall already built up. If you are starting to add these building plans to your existing raider gangs and you've already manually equip them with a bunch of stuff, know that if you're using an armory, it will override them. Now, we will likely add in a patch very soon the ability to mark guys so that they don't get overwritten. But as of the 4.05 patch, whenever that was released, that is not the case. If you have an armory, then they'll just get over-equipped. But they'll only get over-equipped once per rank. So then if you equip them again, they won't get equipped. You can also turn that feature off in the menu. In the Sim Settlements holotape or in the MCM, there is a Conqueror section, and you can turn off any of that type of feature. But, all right, we are going to need power for these because the rest of these are part of the city plan, the rest of the plots here. So they will have power automatically, but these ones that we're building manually, because we're not swapping existing plots, they're going to need to be powered. So I'm going to just throw them each a generator. Yeah, nothing says safety like a generator in the water. All right, and this does look like it's building the armory, so we're good there. And then we're just gonna need to assign somebody over to our field hospital here. Let's see, did someone get assigned? No. Okay, Okay, you're good there. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, you're working our armory. We may pull somebody off the furniture store there. We don't exactly need that. What are you doing? How about you? Oh, are you a visitor? I thought we had no visitors allowed here. What's going on here? All right, you're busy working. What are you doing? I don't think you're doing anything. All right, well, I'm not sure, but you're going to be our surgeon. See if that assignment kicks in. All right, got ourselves a nice little simple armory. Cool, field hospital coming up. All right, so now we're going to need ourselves a war planner's desk, because I don't think I built one here. You got nothing to do either. Well, you guys will all auto-assign. That's why we have that feature. This looks like a good enough place for a war planner's desk. Oop. Come on, physics. Behave. There we go. It's time for Mod of the Week. This week we've got another twofer, and that's because the two of these together do something I've always wanted in Fallout 4. The first one is a manual for turrets, and this is a simple mod by Zorkaz, and all it does is it locks those fancy turrets down so that they require you to find a manual on how to build them out in the world, and then handmade turrets by Ruined World, which adds some nice junk turrets to get you up to that point. So it adds kind of a feel of progression to the turrets, because I've always liked turrets. I like having them in my settlements. They're great to augment the defenses of martial plots, but it felt real weird to be building these high-tech turrets out of scrap, and handmade turrets fills in that gap, and a manual for turrets ensures that you can still use those later without it feeling cheaty or unimmersive. All right, we are set up at Starlight Drive-In, and we've got plenty of troops to go, so it's time to commence with the conquering. We need to expand our empire here, test out this power armor, so we're going in. And what's next on our list? I think we're going to take on Hangmans. We've been poking our heads in downtown over and over again. Let's get in there and let's make this our new outpost. We're sending in the full horde going in. I assume a lot of them are going to die because it's kind of a funnel in there. So we want some of them to survive at least, so we don't have to keep doing it over and over again. Usually it's from me dying that we do it over and over again, but hopefully this time with my power armor that won't be the case. So. Whoa. What's going on here? Oh, did the fight already start? Oh, I guess I can't come in from that way. Hey there. All right. All right, let's do this correctly. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Can I break it? Can I come in through here? Oh yeah, a little mid-jet lock picking. That's appropriate. Nice. Uh-oh. Oh no!
Usually it's from me dying that we do it over and over again, but hopefully this time with my power armor that won't be the case. This ain't over!
Wait, you're on the wrong side, bud. Bye-bye, arms. Got them both. Remove it. Oh! All the limbs. Where is everybody? There's got to be more of you. Where? Oh. Are you guys trapped on the outside? Yep. Ah. We don't need an army. We've got the Gath. What do we got here? Increase action point refresh speed. That might be a nice upgrade. right. Oh, no, I locked myself out. So 4.05 also introduced a new XP mechanic to where your guys could... why are you guys all hostile? What is happening here? That might be a fluke while they're all getting added and set up as members of this new established outpost in the Kinggath dynasty. But they will gain XP and then slowly rank up, and it's based on proximity to the fight. So if they are far away when you kill guys, they will not get XP. So you want... The goal of that is to incentivize you to actually play a little riskier and get your guys up in there and not just handle everything yourself like I just did. So like none of my guys leveled up, and they probably never will on the first attack. It's generally going to take a couple of attacks before they start ranking up. All right, but we're expanding once again, so this feels good. How many guys did we lose there? So let's see, 15 people. We lost nobody. That's because I got in there and got my hands dirty. All right. So what's next, guys? You want to just back to back that? Let's just take on another spot. Oh, it's showing the Bordello as one of these too. That's odd. I don't know if it's attached to Hangman's Alley for its icon, or if I did something funky with Conqueror to do that. Interesting. All right. Well, let's throw on another Warplanner's desk and continue the fight. 'Cause that went nice and easy. Oh, do we have enough resources? Yeah, we do. Oh, and I think I just heard somebody level up. I don't know if you guys heard that little sound effect. The leveling sound effect. But there is, by default, unless you disable it, there is a little sound effect that plays when you guys level up. And there's actually a little graphic, too. And you can turn that off in the options because it's really unimmersive. But I thought it would be fun. And make sure that people see that the mechanic's happening. If I can find any of you guys, where are you at? Or was that my imagination? Did I just really want to hear it? I'm uncertain. Oh, well, if we, we'll find out as soon as we go to the desk. How about you? No, you're still a recruit. So what happens is the raid coordination, the assault thing, it changes when you have guys you can, with higher ranks. All right, so what's next? So I think we're going to head down to Jamaica Plain. I think it's the last one because we want to leave these two alone. And, oh, we could also take Graygarden. I think Graygarden makes more sense. Jamaica Plain's pretty far down south. It'll be pretty heavy level guys down there. Oh yeah, I must have had some rank up. So this is the new screen that pops up after you get your first guy up to a new rank. And essentially what you do is you cycle through the ranks and send how many guys you want for each rank up to the same rules as before, between 5 and 15 you got to take with you. Yep, I got one prospect, so we're definitely going to send him. And then next rank, and then we'll fill in the rest with recruits. So we're sending the max because we have got a big old army now. All right, let's start up this assault. Now, one of the downsides of doing it all from here is because, I'm at another spot where I don't have the buildings, so I don't have the armory and everything. So ideally, the best spot is to start all of the raids from where you've got those, or build them in everything. So, but because I'm trying to just entertain here, I'm not super worried about being optimal with my mechanics. But ideally, I would have went back to Starlight and ran a second raid from there and sent back a lot of the guys there to make sure that they are getting the buffs from all of the plots we just built. All right, guys, let's lead the charge. You guys make it in first. I want to give you all the experience. I had my fun times at Hangman's. All right, don't all pile into that rock at once now. Come on, guys. So one of the things on my list for potential mechanics to add to Conqueror is an option to force all of the attackers to just follow you until you engage in combat, and then they'd break free. That way you can help fix stuff like this. But this was actually a problem with Nuka World too. With the in fact, that like all of the spawn points where they show up, I pulled those from Nuka World to save some time and not having to reinvent the wheel there. But the same issue occurs, is that the raider AI will just get stuck, which is unfortunate. So if they were all following you, you could just kind of guide them around things. All right, we got one going in. You're gonna get tons of XP if this works out, bud. It's that time again. Ooh, that's a big old pile of people. think it's also... Oh, wait, no, we determined... You guys told me in the comments... Oh, what's happening? Why are none of my weapons working? That, Ooh, ooh, that's good. Oh, look at all these heads exploding. Oh, it feels so good. Uh-oh. Oh. No! I knew I needed to stim back there. I got too excited by all the exploding heads. Anyway, what I was saying is you guys will let me know that better locational damage requires patches for all of my weapon mods, and that's why I can't use the assault rifle correctly. So we'll get those fixed in a future vid. Hopefully somebody that I reached out to can hook me up with a good patch for all my weapons. Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. What are we doing? Last kill is always for Big Jim. Hey, bud. Wait a second. Did somebody come from the roof? I swore that laser just came from above me. Okay, just my imagination. Ha ha! Right. A lot of dead gunners. Now let's see. Did our prospect... Oh, I heard somebody level up. Was that our prospect from before, or is that the guy who just leveled up? No, I think that's somebody new. Because our other prospect was a dude. Let's see if we can find his corpse. Now, another little thing with Conqueror that's an unfortunate thing that I haven't found a good solution for that won't result in... Wait, what is that? Legendary... Oh, Legendary Gunner. For some reason I read Legendary Raider. What do you got there? Reduce... Oh, that's not very good. So, with the naming of the recruits and having that named recruit or prospect and etc. If I leave those names on them after they die, then the body will never disappear. So unfortunately, the name gets cleared to Raider afterward, which is unfortunate. So we can't tell if he died just looking at the ground. We'll figure it out when we go to start our next attack, and if we only have one prospect available, we know the other guy didn't make it. But all right, that's feeling pretty good. Oh. We got another potential cyber warrior here. Oh, our prospect. That's unfortunate. Sorry about that. Sorry you lost your arm. But you did it for a good cause. We now are the masters of Graygarden. And I think the first thing we're going to do here in Graygarden is we're going to plop down all of those cool plots for the raiders so that we have another location that we can have our guys come from that still gain the benefit. So... Let's get down a couple of martial plots here, and let's put them in some good spots. Let's see. We don't need all this mud fruit. Get this out of here. We're not farming. That's what vassals are for. In fact, I think we're gonna need another vassal soon. We have got quite a few outposts going. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I guess I can't store unless I scrap. That's odd. Wrong button. There we go. Alright, let's get down some of these martial plots. Yeah, we'll snap them together. We're strictly looking at mechanics here. We're not looking to fancy this place up. And then we need our mess hall. Where's a good spot for a mess hall? How about over here? Can we make some room? Get this stuff out of here. Oh, we're going to need to turn off some... Alright, I can never get this thing to work because my mouse is always out of the screen and then my keyboard doesn't work. Alright, there we go. Let's get the old place everywhere hotkey going. So let me turn this around. Alright. Uh-oh. We gotta hurry up and select some building plans here. None of these are what we want. Now, there's a good chance that some add-on packs have already put out some new versions of these new buildings, but I have not updated them yet, so I don't know. So we're going to just use the same models because those I have available right now. But any add-on pack will be able to add alternate art for any of those new building types, which is going to be exciting, especially because we've got a lot more types planned for some of the future patches of Conqueror. All right, and then we need a mess hall over here, buried into the mud. And I'll come back in here off camera and fill up all these places with beds, because a lot of what's going to limit your army is just the number of beds you have. Although, I don't know how many more soldiers we're going to need now, because we've got like 40 guys. We're not losing a ton during combat. Looks, I think we lost 3 guys during that fight. Oh, 4. We lost 4 guys. So I think we're doing pretty good here. I think now our limiter isn't going to be necessarily beds. It's going to be how many recruitment resources we have for old Jammer, because I am not giving up my jet. We might start brewing in Sanctuary when I get back, so we have some booze to give to Jammer. Oh, so much to do. All right, just want to get these to assign, and then we'll feel good. Oh yeah, I got to remember that there's fusion cores are a limiting factor I got to pay attention to now. Been so long since I've had a suit of power armor on. Oh yeah, and I got to power these up. Slacking, man. Let's see, how's our resources over here? I guess you guys should get some windmill generators, because I'm a little short on supplies. All right, we got ourselves a mess hall. How are you guys doing? Are you building the correct buildings? That's what I'm concerned with, because then we can leave knowing they'll build up. Yep, we got our armory there. And the reason I'm double checking these is, see, so when you rapidly select several plots, there is a strong chance that the code gets mixed up, and that's just a limitation for how we did these building plan selection, and that's something that you'll notice doesn't happen anymore with the foundation selection. But in order, if I switch over, I've said this before in videos, but it bears repeating. If I switch over the plot selection code over to use the new method that some of my other systems use, it will break all the old add-on packs where the authors are no longer around. So I'd rather not do that, because there's way too many great buildings out there that you guys would suddenly lose access to if I did that. All right, so we should be good. These should build when we're away. And so now I think it's time to head back to Sanctuary and check on the good guys. All right, it's endorsement time. All right, so we've got a few mods to endorse, but as always, the purpose of this section is just to remind everybody, go click those thumbs up, give some love to those mod authors who've been building all these things that let you play this game for thousands and thousands of hours instead of a couple of hundred you might have got out of the initial playthrough. So today I ran into a few mods I wanted to give the thumbs up on. One I was hopeful it was going to be good, and I got a real taste of it today, is Realistic Conversations and Realistic Conversations More NPCs. I saw a ton of activity among the raiders that I don't normally see, so lots more random conversations and just them moving around a lot more, which was cool to see. And then let's see here, Rickety Restored Sanctuary Bridge. I really love this one. This is the first Sanctuary Bridge mod I've actually enjoyed, and I'm happy to have installed. Especially felt good to install it later in my playthrough, since I got a chance to live with the crappy bridge, and then to see that it looks like my settlers fixed it, even though it was just a mod install. Obviously, we got to give props to the add-on pack of the week in Sirlock's Intimate Spaces. And let's see, I think that was all of them that I saw this week. We'll definitely continue to eventually thumbs up all of these that we like, and as I see them. But guys, yeah, just always remember, go give those thumbs up. That's all we have as mod authors. All we get are thumbs up and some happy comments. The comments are even better, especially if you've got good feedback to give to people. I think most mod authors appreciate it as long as it's constructive. But yeah, guys, go share the love and make those mod authors inspired to go produce more cool stuff for us. All right, I thought we'd take a nice little stroll into the settlement, because this is actually my first time seeing this mod that we installed a couple of weeks ago, and I'm looking up the name right now because I want to make sure that that person gets their props. I really appreciate the look of this. There have been a lot of Sanctuary Bridge Fix mods, and I've never really been a fan of any of them because most of them are way too clean for my tastes, but this one is nice and junky. Rickety Restored Sanctuary Bridge, and this is my first time, I think, showing it on cam, but yeah, I thought we'd take a nice little stroll in and see how the town's doing, because I know there's not going to be a ton to do. I haven't been gone long enough to get a bunch of settlers, but yeah, we've had lots of upgrades while we've been out and about dominating the Commonwealth and killing raiders to collect all of that power armor. But yeah, I think everything's looking pretty good. I forgot about the that Brahmin plot I stuck back there. That's looking pretty cool. So we've got quite the little farm set up over here. In fact, I think this guy in here upgraded too. Our toilet planters, yeah. Went from urinals to bathtubs. That's a nice upgrade. And I think our matching plot upgraded or finally built back here. Yeah, so now we've got this nice little setup where these two kind of blend together, and the idea is people walk through the middle here. In fact, with that in mind, I think we might what does that say? We might build a little a stairway there, but I'll do that in a minute. Just want to finish up my little walkthrough here. And there's also a chance we might have gotten a couple of upgrades back in the corner in our industrial complex, because a lot of this stuff, this residential stuff, is not going to upgrade because I did not power it, and that was intentional because our resources are stretched pretty thin here. In fact, it looks like we definitely are going to have to throw down some turrets to take care of our defense needs, but everything else looks like it's in good shape. We do need one more job. I thought about doing another martial plot, but we've got a lot of those already, so I think I'm going to spam some turrets. I did get gun nut recently, so I can grab the next level of scrappy turrets from the Ruined World mod we installed, which I can't remember the name of. Immersive turrets or something like that. Again, let's look these up. Let's give some props out to everybody who's building all these cool mods. Let's see here. Looking through my list while we wander over to the industrial section. Man, this mod list is getting huge. You guys have hooked me up with a lot of great mods. All right, let's check and see. And don't worry, I'll get you the name of that turret mod. I'm just trying to stay somewhat focused here. Let's see here. Coal pit. Oop, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to manage upgrades. Okay, no, you're not ready yet. I did build another, or upgrade the sawmill to a coal pit in Starlight so that I can start funneling the coal over here to speed up the chance that this thing upgrades over here, so we can get that coal power plant going, which will hopefully satisfy our power needs for a bit, because it doesn't add a ton of power. Ultimately, if you want a huge amount of power, you've got to get to the nuclear power plant, which takes quite a bit of time to get up to. I doubt this one's ready. It's yeah, that one was a fairly recent upgrade. Same with this one. I think we upgraded those both at the same time, so those are not going to be ready to go yet. I guess that would have been the same for the brewery as well, so I don't know why I bothered looking there. In fact, I think I'm gonna take a recipe and brew some beer, but because it will take me forever to dig through my inventory and find all the pieces, I'm gonna do that off camera. Oh, look, I guess the community well, it's possible, might be ready for an upgrade, and we'll go down the other path if it is. Nope, not quite. All right, so let's figure out what we want to build here. So I think I definitely need to get an iron mine going so that we can get to the full suite of the tech tree in here, because we're going to want a little bit of everything. But at the same time, I'm also going to start running into happiness issues at some point. So handmade turrets, that's what it's called, and it was just revealed to me by the name here. But it looks like I can now get the level 2 ones because I've got gun nut. It is going to cost me some power, but that's all right. We'll make do. Where do we want these? I guess we'll augment you guys over here. Well, let's kick that collision back on. All right, surface snap. We're gonna need some power. Let's see, can I just wire into you? Oh, I don't like the way that looks with that with crossing that way. Let's get ourselves a nice connector here. There we go. Alright, so that puts us up to 42 defense. We're going to need a little bit more than that. We'll get another one of those turrets going. Oh, I like the look of these. I want those out front and center with that stop sign on there. Alright, we'll let our HUD catch up a little bit there. So it looks like it jumped up halfway. It could be, I might be running into a power issue here. Let's double check, make sure our martial stuff's all powered up. No, it could just be we need that much more defense. Alright, we'll get another one down here if we have the resources for it. I don't know if we do. Yeah, we do. Ooh, got another problem with that clipping right through the middle of the building. Can we reach this thing? we might be able to with some place everywhere tricks. Oh, no, we want to do this. And then we scooch down. Hey, there we go. Oh, that doesn't look good either. All right, well, let's scooch over. I don't mind grass clipping, but I do mind excessive clipping right through the middle of things. So let's get this out of the way so we've got a clear line of sight. Hey, there we go. Defense meter is full. Our power meter is still a problem, but again, that's all because of the residential plots that we intentionally didn't wire up. All right, so now we got to decide what we want to do for this last job. So I really want to just build more advanced industrial, but I know we're going to have a problem with happiness. In fact, even if some of our buildings were eligible to upgrade due to time, the happiness being below 80 is going to prevent that. So I think we really need to do another recreational plot here. So let's go ahead and find another good recreational plot we can build. And we'll find a good spot for it. So we've got our town square thing going on over here. And this is quite the... I'm really liking the look of this residential area over here. Oops, and I just accidentally hit some hotkey. I didn't mean to. All sorts of stuff happening up there in the notification center. All right, so I think we need another recreational plot. I think we're going to have to move more toward the center of town here. Or we could actually build an interior one. But I keep saying over and over again, I'm going to stand by. I really love the look of 2x2s. I like how ginormous they are and how much space they take up. How about we put something over here in this little patio area? Get you out of here, Brahmin. This looks like a great spot for a rec plot. And we'll squeeze it in so maybe we have room for another one next to it later. Alright, and we're definitely going to need a foundation on this guy. Whoops, and I think I just scrapped its foundation. So let's pop in and give it another one. Oh, we also got to get rid of that tree poking right through the middle of it. Alright, so we'll let the ASAM sensor spawn. And I'm not even sure what all the options are available here. So this will be interesting. So let's start by getting a foundation down. Let's use some wood. Alright, is there a nice entryway here? Nah, we're going to need some stairs too. Alright, let's see. What are our stair options? I think I'm going to use some vanilla stairs so we can kind of come on an angle over here. So wood, stairs. This guy should be perfect if I can snap it into the ground there. There we go. Is it poking through? Nope. Beautiful. We'll take it. All right. We'll see what this guy's going to build at random. I'm always a big fan of the random option. A shooting range. Shooting range doesn't fit over here. Definitely would fit over in my my Raider setup. So I might throw one of those down at what do you call it? Starlight. Let's see here. We don't need any of the new Raider plots here. Oh, there's quite a few. I didn't realize there were so many 2x2 available here. So let's see. What do we got from Wasteland Ventures? A wall workshop? Let's see here. All right, we're going to take our chances with another random. If this one's no good, we'll come back in here and take a pick. All right, and so someone already assigned to that, obviously, or wouldn't be building. So yeah, we need to get our happiness up to 80, and then I bet some of that stuff here, I bet there's a lot of things here ready to pop on an upgrade, but whoa, what's going on there? But our happiness is probably the limiting factor, so we definitely had to fix that. So this was a good get. Calvin Ball Pool Hall. Sure, we can have a pool hall here. We'll see what that looks like. All right, we'll let that build up. Just want to do a quick check, make sure we're not missing anything else. So like power, like I keep saying, we're gonna leave that go. We want to get our coal power plant going to satisfy those needs, and then we'll wire up all of that. So once we have a proper amount, I guess we need, because we did get a new settler, we do need them a new house. I always forget about the fact that they're just stealing my bed each time. So we need to rectify that. So let's go ahead and build a house while we wait for that pool hall to build. Again, going with the 2x2. We were kind of starting to take over this street here. Now, originally I was thinking I would save some space for commercial, but I don't think we're gonna do a ton of commercial here. I think this is gonna be our goal is to just get everybody working through that industrial tech tree here. All right, I'm not really in love with just doing like streets completely though. Like I don't mind a little bit of it, so I want to do something a little different. I don't know what we're gonna do exactly though. I kind of liked what we did here with putting that little secondary grouping back behind, because I don't want to just spread this out in like a giant long line. I think that'll look kind of boring. So Maybe we'll have a guy living back here by our power stations. He can be somebody who really enjoys noise. And we'll get that big tree out of your yard. All right. So we'll hopefully we'll auto assign there. Let's go check out our pool hall. Hey, that's pretty snazzy looking. Whoa. I don't know if that's this is a creative game of pool here. This is Wastelander pool. And this Brahmin decided not to move out. He's just gonna squat. That's cool. Oh, they got a side exit over here. I guess we should give you... We'll tear down these... wait, can we squeeze it? Did that line up happen? Oh, yeah, it did. It lined up perfectly with the gate. That's kind of fun. But we're going to just get that out of here. Or maybe we can spin it around. Will that work? Come on. Snap in there nicely. There we go. All right, we can give you some stairs. Looked like it was meant to be. How about these? How do these look? And we might have trouble with snapping. Once the building's in place on a plot, the snapping gets kind of wonky, so you kind of gotta just give it a little manual placement. Hey, it's like it was meant to be there all along. So we got our pool hall. Did anybody move in here? Yep, someone just moved in. Fantastic. All right, so as usual, we'll save that building. You guys can see it. You can see it next episode. I don't want to sit here waiting for everything to build, but we'll give a quick fly over here so you guys can see how the whole thing's looking up from the sky. I think it's looking quite scrappy and nasty, just the way I like a Fallout town. All of our... Whoa, okay, well, that monstrosity is going to have to go, but I'll take care of that off camera. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next week for some more Sim Settlements Unlimited playthrough. Oh, that's a clever name I never thought of. Maybe we'll go with that. Who knows? All right, guys. Take care.